What if the futures we most need to prepare for are ones we can't reliably put probabilities on? That's the problem at the center of our new paper. Under deep uncertainty, climate risk can resist precise prediction. Yet central banks, financial institutions, businesses, and governments still have to make decisions about financial stability, sustainability, adaptation, and long-term governance. So we asked, what can cognitive science contribute to this? Research on constructive memory and mental time travel shows that remembering the past and imagining possible futures recruits overlapping cognitive processes and brain systems. And humans also tend to think the future will look more like the present than it ever will be. We build possible futures from what we already know. That can make familiar incremental trajectories easier to imagine than unprecedented or nonlinear change. A similar constraint can appear in forecasting. Models often draw heavily on historical data and assumptions about continuity. Under deep uncertainty, that can narrow the range of futures institutions seriously consider and prepare for. Our framework is designed to help expand that future space, to help people and institutions construct, compare, and rehearse a broader range of possible futures. One concept we draw on is simulational fluency, the ease with which a possible future can be mentally constructed and maintained. And that brings us to an important distinction. Probability concerns what evidence allows us to estimate. Plausibility in our framework concerns which possible futures become constructible, shareable, and usable for decision making, while keeping their uncertainty explicit. We also use transpersonal extended mental time travel, or TEMTT, to examine how representations of futures can travel across people, through models, narratives, records, and communication, and becomes part of a collective institutional decision-making process. The goal is more adaptive planning, expanding the range of futures institutions are capable of considering while keeping evidence, uncertainty, and probability firmly in view. So under deep uncertainty, our question becomes, what could happen, and are we prepared to think it through? For the full explanation, you can read our new paper, From Probability to Plausibility in Climate Risk Scenarios. It's out now in Frontiers in Cognition, open access, and free to read and download. You can find the link in my bio.